Here during Hurricane Ian, or it's about to be anyway. We're sitting here yet, haven't got any rain, but it's coming for sure, 100%. So we'll see how it goes here. Basically, guys, we're going to get a good show for you guys in today before we close down the Titan Medical Center office. But we are going to be on the phones tomorrow, so don't worry. All you Titan patients out there, don't worry. We're going to be there for you, 100%. So let's get into the first topic of the day. Let's talk about Prometheus. Prometheus is an awesome weight loss therapy that we offer here at Titan Medical Center. And it's an oral therapy too as well. So a lot of people complain about the injections or they don't want to do injections. Even though semaglutide is a really, really good one. And it's a really, really small needle and very, very light as far as how much medication you're going to take. But Prometheus offers another good weight loss option for you guys. It can help in a number of different ways. So with Prometheus, it combines two main components in it. It combines bupropion, right? So this can help with cravings, sugar cravings, hunger cravings. Can actually give some natural energy and mental clarity. And we also talk about metformin. So metformin is usually a diabetic medication, type 2. It helps control sugar levels in the body. But this is also used with weight loss too. And they're starting to do anti-aging clinical studies on this to see, if it can help. And it makes sense because it helps die down or slow down cellular deterioration inside the body. So with this, it will help regulate sugar levels, which is a good thing for you guys. The other thing is it will help you lose weight too as well. With this, it will help, if you have another issue as far as constipation, this can definitely relieve some of those issues you may be having. And like I said, Prometheus is an oral therapy, so all you have to do is take one capsule every single day. And this will work very, very well for weight loss across the board. And like I said, for some more natural energy, it's not going to be like an ECA energy, but it will definitely help boost things up a little bit. So if you guys are looking for something that's in a capsule form for weight loss, Prometheus is probably going to be the best bet for you guys. And it combines two main ingredients. One, like I said, metformin, and two, bupropion, right? So if you guys are looking for it, if you guys want more information, please call or text us, 727-389-3220. We service nationwide. And even during this Hurricane Ian or whatever is going to hit us here in Florida, we're still going to have a skeleton crew running at my house. Not everybody's going to be there. Some people are going to be with their families. That's fine. And some of us will be there behind the scenes. I will be there for sure. So if you guys are calling in and you guys hear John on the phone, that'll be me, guys. All right. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, if you guys want to sign up for blood work too as well, and you don't need it for Prometheus, but it's always a good way to check all the things that are going on the inside of your body, you guys can call or text us, 727-389-3220. All right. So let's get on to the next topic. STD epidemic in the U.S. is out of control, warns experts at the CDC. So, obviously, as I was reading this article, obviously, I think it's an issue, and we need to bring it up because there are things rising like syphilis and gonorrhea. Specifically, these are the two main ones. Plus, HIV is on the rise again as well. And this is spreading, to a lot of people out there. And then we got monkeypox now. And majority of people that are, coming with these symptoms as far as the increase or getting these STDs are in men-to-men sexual experience, I guess, or sexually transmitted diseases with gay men. Now, not to say that this is just for homosexual men, but this is affecting other people out there, women, men. I mean, it's affecting everybody out there. So, but the biggest rise has been in homosexual men. And with men, monkeypox is the exact same thing. So, syphilis is one that really sticks out to me here because, gonorrhea is a bad one too. And they have some gonorrhea out there that it's like almost like a superbug. And it's hard to get rid of, even if you're on antibiotics. Most of these things were knocked out by antibiotics. But some of these things have become more antibiotic resistant, which is scary. And luckily, I'm not out there in the dating scene because, man, this is something that you need to worry about. Not only does, some people thought, I get gonorrhea, fine, I take, some penicillin, it's going to go away. I'm not having any burning, no drip, no problems. Syphilis is another thing where you're going to get genitals, sores, and then this could actually lead to death if it's untreated. One person that this affected that was famous, I guess, to a certain extent, was Al Capone. Caught syphilis, and it was the end and demise of him because he didn't get it treated. So, These things are out there still. Even with syphilis, they thought that they were going to get rid of syphilis in 2002 when they had a campaign because syphilis was so low as far as how many cases were out there. And then it just turned the corner at that point, and it's rose up very, very high since 1948. That was the other big one, I guess, the highest levels. 1998, there was 7,000 new cases, and that was on the lower end. So at that point, they thought they were going to eliminate it. 2013, they ended the elimination campaign to face the limited funding and escalating cases, which then surpassed 17,000 people. This is a lot of people, guys. So at that point, it's a good thing to get checked, especially if you're single, because the whole point of this is not to spread these diseases out there. There's some people that really, really care about this. There's some people that really don't care about this, which is scary because they don't think about other people out there that this could affect by having sex with them and knowing that they are burnt or dirty or have this transmitted disease. So at that point, do what's best for you guys and get checked. Now, when I lead into this, you can do this in a number of different ways. You can go to a clinic that's nearby you, or if you guys want to, it's more discreet, I think, you can actually get STD testing through Titan Medical Center through blood testing. And we can send you into any lab around the country. So you can walk into a lab corp, get this testing done, and get the results back very quickly, and then get treatment if needed. So it's the best thing to do. It's not advised, or don't say, I'm scared about what's going to come back. You guys should definitely be finding out, especially if you are sexually active. If you're sexually active out there, listen, you're at a higher risk to get transmitted diseases. At that point, do what's right for you and do what's right for other people out there. If you're going to be sexually active, be responsible, because obviously on the rise of STDs, we know that there's more unprotected sex going on, and that's fine too if you want to do that. The two risks, getting pregnant and getting an STD. So at that point, be safe, be cautious about what's going on out there. And if you are sexually active, do what's right, get tested, every so often. I think it was every 3 months, 90 days, whatever it is, just to be adequate as far as, you're making sure that your health is intact and you're protecting yourself and you're protecting the other people out there if you are being sexually active with. So at that point, please do the right thing. If you guys want STD testing through blood work through Titan Medical Center, it's real simple and easy to do. 727-389-3220. Just call or text us. We'll be able to set you guys up wherever you guys are at in the country and make sure you guys are healthy all the way around. All right, so the next one. All the convincing you're going to need to ditch bottled water. Obviously, I thought this was a big one to talk about. I talk about EDCs, endocrine disrupting chemicals, all the time. And this is just another way that we are getting them in our body. So there's been research done on this. There's been studies done on this. The studies conclude that bottled water is going to be safe for you no matter what, right? But let's talk about some of the things that could happen with your bottled water. So with bottled water, obviously it's made of plastics. These plastics are pretty good as far as protecting your water and not getting any dirt in them and such. But these plastics do have chemicals in them, forever chemicals. And these chemicals get broken down in a couple different ways. Over time is one way. The next way is that when heat starts getting in touch with these chemicals, or they stay in hot areas, these chemicals start breaking down, and they start breaking down into the water. And what happens is we get this water and we start drinking it. Now, I can tell you right away, once I pick up a bottle of water and I start drinking it, if it's good or it's bad. You can taste the chemicals in the water. Some people can't. They tell me water is water, bottled water is bottled water. But it's not true. In a lot of cases, like if you got water that was sitting outside a gas station, and it's been there, especially here in Florida. I talked about this, I think, last week. It sits there, you see it, it's been out there for a month. When you get that water, it's probably not going to taste its best. And that's because of these chemicals, these PFASs, getting into your water. And now, contamination of water through bottled water has done and found a number of different things in this. And this is all the way from pharmaceuticals in there, from dirt in there, from metals in the waters, and a whole bunch of other things. So these studies also have been linked to, these chemicals to reproductive issues, immune system issues, neurological disorders, gastrointestinal issues, diabetes, ADHD, fertility issues, liver disease in kids, asthma, and increased risk of breast cancer. specifically for some of these things and these endocrine disrupting chemicals, especially this, on raising estrogen levels. And this is a cause of breast cancer too. If estrogen levels rise too high and stay high, this can be directly linked to breast cancer. So at that point, the Center for Disease Control Prevention has warned that contaminated bottled water can harm your health all the way around with all these illnesses. So it's something to really look at, right? Now, I drink bottled water all the time, right? I have my Evian here. And this is probably the best one that I have. I go to, this is probably the more expensive one on the market too. And I've tasted the ones that are more cheaper, and you can like feel the plastic on some of these things. And some of the plastic's just really cheap and really, really thin. And this is like a little bit more thicker. I usually don't get a problem with this, but I have had problems with Evian sitting out in hot weather, or if you left your bottle in the car like for 8 hours and go to drink it, it probably doesn't taste too good. So this can be an issue too, even with Evian sitting in your car all day long and then you're going to drink it. The best way to get bottled water is going to be glass. If you get glass, it's going to secure the water as far as not letting any chemicals leak into it. So you're going to be at a lower risk of doing this. The other things you can do, there's different filters that you can attach to your tap water. If your tap water is drinkable, you can drink it that way. I know some people don't think tap water is drinkable, but it is. Well water in some cases might be another issue or a way to go. It just depends, right? And if you're going to store plastic bottled water, store it correctly. You want to keep it in a cool place and drink it relatively quickly without storing it for years. You don't want, to be like something that's been in your basement or your attic or in your pantry for 5 years before you drink it. Just get your water and drink through what's oldest to newest and do it like that. So you guys are getting the safest water you guys can possibly drink. Jars are another way that people have done it. The other way that you can do it is they have other like things like filtered straws that you can drink through, I guess, or even those drinks, the filtered water bottles that you can get. That's going to be another way you guys can do it without having any problems from these chemicals. But if you are going to drink bottled water, just know that this could possibly be getting into it, or it could be contaminated, and you guys want to do the best for you guys self. So that's going to be the best thing you guys can possibly do for this, because I'm not going to probably stop drinking bottled water, plastic bottled water, because I can get glass Evian, but I really don't want it to break. That's another big thing that you got to worry about, glass. And it's not sold everywhere. So if I go into a gas station while I'm driving down the street or I'm at an event, I'm probably going to have to get plastic. So this is going to be your best bet if you're going to get a thicker plastic out there. But just know, if you are going to get it, this could be contaminated with these different forever chemicals. And, with the study, the CDC also said that the forever chemicals that you get in the water bottles are probably not going to do you harm. But the issue is that we're getting these forever chemicals from all these other different sources out there. Whether it's the environment, from things that we're rubbing on our body, even fragrances, they have them. So at that point, you want to look for something that's going to, lessen your body from taking in these forever chemicals. It's crazy. So at that point, watch out for the bottled water you guys are drinking out there. All right, let's get to the poll question. Have you ever used medical clinic or medical weight loss? Have you ever used a medical clinic for medical weight loss? 19% said yes, but I didn't have good results. Sorry to hear that. 25% yes, I used Titan Medical Center therapies. Awesome. And 56% said no. Does medical weight loss work? Really, guys? Come on.
They're not listening.
You guys aren't listening. You guys aren't paying attention. Obviously, if you're on the poll, right, then you guys are getting the newsletter. And I think this is at the bottom of the newsletter. It's not even really at the top or in the middle there. So you guys should...
It's near the top middle, yeah.
Right? It's in the top middle, right?
Yeah, it's one of the fifth or sixth thing at least.
So you guys should know that we have different weight loss therapies. Now, we talked about one Prometheus today, which is the main good one, right? That's a capsule form. ECAs are going to be another good one. AOD 9604, Titan Upper Titan Complete. But then you have our Aries weight loss injectable therapy. And semaglutide is definitely one of the game changers out there that I can pretty much almost guarantee, and I can't guarantee anything, but at that point, it's going to work for weight loss. So if you guys are really looking for weight loss, this one works really well, maybe even too good for some people out there, right? 2022 Titan events. So we have 1022, Hurricane Pro here in St. Pete. That'll be October 22nd. Will be Pro-Am, Tim Gardner Productions, Titan Medical Center will be in there rocking it. 11/6, Festival of Speed at the Ritz-Carlton, Orlando. I can't wait for that one. 12/3, Cars and Couture with Donna Crowley and the Lux Fashion Group. 12/15 to 12/18, Olympia in Las Vegas. So that's going to be an awesome experience out there. We're going to have tons of giveaways for you guys. And that's really about it, guys. I want to make it short and sweet. I was going to get on here for you guys. Make sure I had Titan Talk Tuesday because I never want to miss out on one of these things with you guys. But it's going to be a short show because I got other things going on around here. I want to make sure the building's secure and all those good things that come with tropical storms and hurricanes here in Florida. It's our price of living in paradise. So don't feel bad for us because I know you guys up north, I've lived that too. Winter storms, snow days, and all those good things that come with that. So at that point, I'd rather be hot and drenched than freezing my butt off in snow up to, my chest area because I have been in that snow. It's been crazy. So wherever you're at, you're dealing with some sort of natural disaster, whether it's a hurricane, tropical storm, tornadoes, tsunamis, floods, all these good things God has given us because we live on this great green earth we have, and it's such a blessing. So at that point, we got to pay the price sometimes from nature. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are here in Florida, stay safe, stay with your family, make sure everything's protected and off the ground. Other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. I'll show you guys some of the behind the scenes of what's going on at the Tsikouris compound with Titan Medical Center and some of the employees there. So we're working, making sure that all you guys are taken care of properly and we can answer all your questions and be there for you guys. I appreciate